U.S. officials are seizing $465 million in Robinhood shares tied to Sam Bankman-Fried. A U.S. attorney told the bankruptcy court that the DOJ didn't think the 56 million shares belonged to the bankruptcy estate, and that the debate over claims to the shares could be worked out in future hearings.
I would look back at things like the spring with Terra, Luna, even FTX. I was involved in businesses during the Lehman crisis, and to find out where all the contagion from Lehman occurred in the marketplace took us 5 or 6 years. Most of the instances that we've seen, because of the on-chain capabilities, we're able to know fairly quickly where the problems are occurring, whereas.
Hello and welcome back to Cryptolenium. Today, we'll be discussing exactly how the contagion that started with Terra Luna's collapse back in May has matured into what it is today. So without further ado, please like and subscribe and let's dig in. If you follow our updates, you might already be aware of the drama between Gemini, Genesis, Barry Silbert, and the Winklevoss twins. It's best to keep current with what's going on with them. Crypto exchange Gemini is over 3 months late in filing its UK accounts. The exchange, which is currently facing scrutiny over its earn program, also filed its 2020 accounts late. I imagine Gemini has problems larger than this on its plate. Gemini, of course, didn't respond to any requests for comments on this delay. Adding on to Gemini's stress, Winklevoss twins Gemini loses the COO amid recent issues. According to Bloomberg, Noah Perlman, Gemini's chief operating officer, has left the Winklevoss twins crypto exchange. This was a resignation on his part, and when he was asked why he was exiting Gemini, he opted not to respond. He previously worked for Morgan Stanley. With that said, I'm sure we can assume what his reason was. Now, this resignation obviously revolves around the fact that Cameron Winklevoss accused DCG's CEO of stall tactics and the mixing of finances inside his corporation, aka commingling, aka exactly what FTX did. And apparently they owe Gemini about $900 million. And in relation to this, DCG's company Genesis, the one that Cameron Winklevoss is after, fires 30% of its staff. Is it next to file for bankruptcy? So after suffering sharp losses due to the 3AC, FTX, and Alameda debacle, crypto lender Genesis Trading has cut 30% of its staff on Thursday. This has led to a strong indication of the financial instability that the crypto giant currently faces and also raises doubts about its sustainability in the crypto market. My guess is this also spells trouble for Gemini and their $900 million. And just to be aware, Genesis laid off another 20% of their 260-person workforce during the summer of 2022. Genesis had extended credit in the amount of at least hundreds of millions of dollars to FTX's sibling trading firm Alameda Research before the latter's collapse in November. It also made a sizable contribution to the 3AC hedge fund, which was reportedly to be around $2.4 billion. Many are saying Genesis is on the verge of bankruptcy. Attempts were made to secure funding from private equity powerhouses like Apollo Global Management and leading crypto exchange Binance. Hopefully this does not affect Grayscale or contagion-related topics. The SEC just said no to Binance's acquisition of Voyager digital assets. In addition to objecting due to lack of necessary information, the regulator also raised objections about the ability of Binance US to finance an acquisition of this magnitude. It also asked for clarification on how the crypto exchange will operate once it takes control of Voyager's assets. After seeing this, it could be safe to say that this deal might not go through, but I guess we'll see. And another one of our contagion buddies, Celsius wins rights over customer crypto deposits. You may have already heard this. What's interesting about this is the same judge, Martin Glenn, had previously directed Celsius to refund customer funds. Not long ago, in December 2022, the judge said, I want this case to move forward. I want creditors to receive as much they possibly can, as soon as they possibly can. And speaking of Celsius, New York sues the former Celsius CEO for fraud. The state of New York is suing Alex Mashinsky, seeking damages and a ban on the executive from leading another company in New York. They're alleging that the former CEO of the now bankrupt crypto lender Celsius defrauded investors. In the civil suit, James and her office asserted that Mashinsky misled investors by saying that the company had $11 billion under management without disclosing that Celsius also had $11.9 billion in liabilities. The case is a civil suit that would require Mashinsky to pay damages and give back money to investors while also barring him from leading any businesses in New York State. And another contagion buddy, Three Arrows Capital founders subpoenaed on Twitter, Jusu and Kyle Davis have been ordered to provide all documents in their possession or control regardless of whether the information is held by them or is in control of a third party. Talk about something that we brought up a few days ago. Why KuCoin undelegated 48 billion Terra Classic tokens. So KuCoin on Thursday revealed that it will continue the pledge of Luna Classic tokens after the 14-day lock period. The reason to undelegate the Luna Classic tokens was part of a normal node switch. And finally, we will close with a quick update on the contagion cowboy himself, SBF. So the FTX linked Robinhood shares worth $460 million that everybody has been arguing for are being seized by the U.S. Justice Department. DOJ attorney Seth B. Shapiro stated that a court hearing will be scheduled to decide the disposition of the seized Robinhood shares and bank account assets. The bear market vibes are strong, but so are you. With that said, thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.